what is in store. Over to you, sir.
Hello. Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
And my screen is visible?
Uh, your presentation screen is yet to be visible. Yes,
Now?
now you are.
All right. So, thank you, Karthikeya sir, for this offer. And thank you, the entire AI in ICAI team and chairman and vice chairman for this opportunity. So, I am CA Krupal Shah. I am here with my use case, which is how AI can create and leverage a database of real-time client conversations, mainly virtual client conversations. So we shall focus on two things. One is whatever conversations you are having with your client virtually, how you can create the database of all the meeting interactions. And the second one, how you can leverage at a later stage, how you can retrieve the details at a later stage. But why it is the requirement, right? What are the problems as of now? Why we need it? So everyone of us might be facing the difficulties in maintaining the physical notes, and whenever the physical notes are maintained, whenever we are going in the next meetings, we are missing, or we are not knowing that where those notes are kept. That is one. Second, retrieving the key informations from the conversations. It is often happen to us that we tend to forget what has been discussed during which meeting, and at the later stage, unless it is well documented over the email, this all the problems are happening. Deciding on the action points, that who is required to do what a CA is required to do out of that client meeting, and what client is required to do. And the last thing is understanding the key metrics and related sentiment. So in the introductory call, say for example, if a potential client is having a meeting with you, you do not know how the sentiments were worked, right? And how the client was interested in your services and all that stuff, right? So there are so many details that can be focused, and we can use them. Okay, now what if all your meeting conversations are automatically captured? They are stored at a particular place, and you can access them whenever you need on your fingertips, right? Just like your personal assistant is accompanying you in each and every client meeting, and she is taking the notes, and whenever you want some questions or client details, you are just asking your personal assistant, and she is giving you the reply 24/7, 365 days, right? So let me show you the use case first, and then I'll show how I have created that one, right? All right. So this is a notion that one of the tools that I'm going to present, and I'll show you how I got this dump, the meeting dump over here, right? So I have got this meeting dump over here for Miss Neha Iyer for this demonstration. Now we are least concerned about, or with the format of this thing. We just want the meeting dump, right? Now say for example, once this is done, now Neha has this option to use AI feature of this notion, and to ask whatever questions that she may want to know, right? So if out of this entire meeting, if she wants to know that how many are the action points that uh, that Neha has to take, right? So list action points from this meeting summaries, right? So at a later stage, after all these meetings have been done, right? So Neha can just come here and just ask, just like the ChatGPT. So here they will throw out of this meeting that what Neha will be able to, or what Neha is required to do out of this meeting with Pooja Sinha. If you just click on this, it will be point to you on that particular location, right? And everything will be coming over here. Now it also happens that we know the topic, we remember the topic, right? But it is not sure that with which client we have discussed that, right? So let me just ask again, whom I have discussed about advanced tax, right? So I know I have discussed this advanced tax related topic, but I'm not remembering with whom I have discussed, right? So based on the meeting, Neha has discussed the advanced tax with Mr. Deepak Shetty. He consulted with you about streamlining and all that stuff. And I'll just click here, and I'll be, reaching out that dump, and I can have the full dump, or I can just, keep on asking about these questions. All right. So I hope the use case is very clear, right? This is your personal chat GPT, but for your client interactions, each and every client interactions that they are done on the virtual basis. Now, how we are going to do this? Now, I'll jump on, to showcase how I have created and using what tools. So I have used three tools to create these use cases, and all three tools are AI powered, right? So first one, we have to take some, the we have to just capture the meeting interactions, right, which is going on. So for that, I have used mymeet.io, through which all the meeting interactions will be captured and stored in that platform. Now, the second one, I want all the details in the notion.so, right? The way I have just presented. But, it is a manual intervention to, to get all the details every time from MyMate to, put to Notion. So in between that, I want one tool, which is automated tool, which will create this entire scenario that will, capture the details from mymeet.io as and when the meeting gets completed. And it will automatically send those details to the notion.so, right? So I'll use and I'll showcase how this tool are used, and I'll run that scenario so that you have that entire scenario very clear. So let's jump on first tool, which is mymeet.io. So this is that tool. Now what happens is every meeting that you are doing, you are just required to do that meeting from this platform. Once that meeting is over, right, you will be able to see each and every details of your client interactions over on this page. And on that side, if you see this button, this will give you the AI meeting summary out of that particular meeting. So if you want a particular details for a particular client, you can always go and check the particular details which is generated from here. No recording is required, nothing doing. This is just, it is automatically generated. Now, but what we want is we want the database, right? The meeting database. What I can do is I can send these details to Notion with the help of this automation tool, which is make.com. Now, what happens is I want the details from mymeet.io, and I'll send those details to Notion. So what I'll do is I'll go in integrations. I'll use this APIs and webhooks available under the platform of mymeet.io. Now, APIs are used to send all the details, right? All the past details to at a particular place. And webhooks are used to send one by one meeting. So understand this way, APIs is for the retrospective effect, and webhook is for the prospective effect, right? For this demonstration, I have used these APIs. So what I have done is I have used these APIs, and I have just entered this HTTP module and entered these details on the APIs, and all the documentation are listed over on this section, right? You are just required to just follow those things. I have used iterator so that iterator will gather all the details and send one by one as and when required and as per the module that we have selected. Now in Notion, what I have done is I have selected this meeting history page, which is this page, right? I have created this page and I have selected this page that I want all the details in this particular page. Now, what happens is I'll just give the title in which format I want, the paragraph, heading, or all that stuff, the text mention equation, and the content. What content I want to capture? It has all the content from mymeet.io, but I want only these details, right? All right. Now, currently, currently currently this page is blank. Right now what I'll do is I'll just run this scenario, run once, and as you see, this module is getting the details and it is sending to Notion, which is 1 2 3, and all the details are coming over here automatically. All right, so all the
The
details are
last two
coming over
minutes.
here. Yep. Yep. So all the details are coming over here automatically. So if you see 18 details are fetched from mymeet.io, and they are over here, and all the details are mentioned over here with all the details, and you can ask this AI for your question answer for this interactions. So this is one time setup which is required, and after that you are just required to play ChatGPT that everyone of us are doing, right? So it is very handy for everyone to retrieve the informations. So this is the use case. Now, just to summarize the steps that we have followed is we have used three platforms. All tools can be used independently. They all are AI powered. First one is mymeet.io. It is a meeting platform used for AI meeting summaries and leveraged APIs or webhook to transfer the data automatically from this platform to another platform. For transferring automations or automatically, we have used make.com. It is used to automate the manual process of transferring the data from MyMate to Notion. And the third thing is Notion, which is AI powered document management platform. This can also be used the other way as well. But for this, we have used to store the meeting conversations, and we have used inbuilt AI to retrieve the conversations as per the need. So thank you everyone. This was my use case, and I am up for the questions if any. Hello.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yep. Yep, Karthik.
Yes. Thank you, Krupalji, for the use case. Now, I have a couple of questions here.
Yep.
The use of Make and one more. Those are platforms, and Notion is an app.
Yeah. So this all three are the
Yeah.
web app.
Yeah, no, I understand, but those are the platforms as such, the webhooks or
Yes.
make.com and one more platform you have shown. Those are platforms from where you can do mymeet.io and make.com are the two platforms are, we can say Gen AI platforms where you can do a specific set of tasks. It's not restricted to a particular use case. Whereas Notion is an app which we refrain from mentioning or showcasing any particular app as such. Uh, but anyway, the use case has been relevant because the chartered accountants who are into industry, as well as those who are in the field of providing management consultancy services, they
Management
would be needing a tracker for tracking all the
tracker
meeting and the work that is being delegated. And it can be very helpful for team work when it is handled by a particular team.
team
So thank you for
and
the use
legal
case.
consultant as well. Legal consultant, it is
Yes.
also very important for retrieving the fact of the cases from the first discussion.
Yes, yes. And since we have come to the end of the this episode, we have one more participant to go. Participant